Mr. Hasid Joshipura, MD India and Vice President South Asia at GSK Pharma, to talk about how the quarter went by. So thanks very much for joining us today on ET Now. First, if you could talk a little bit more about how the quarter went by, and more importantly, what was the reason for the fall in revenues over the last quarter?
Well, thank you for having me, Aisha. We had a good quarter, actually. Our sales grew by 15.7%, and our core pharmaceutical business grew at about upwards of 18%. And profit before tax and exceptionals was about 19.3%. So actually, all in all, we had a decent quarter.
Right. What kind of growth has the company seen in the priority products vertical, and what is the growth in the DCPO segment as well, or rather DPCO? I stand corrected at that.
Well, as you know, that the DPCO, the products under price control now account for about 25% of our portfolio, and they would have grown by under 10%. So the rest of obviously the priority portfolio would have grown higher than 18%.
And what are the new launches that you're planning in FY13?
We just launched Synflorix, which is our pneumococcal vaccine, in December, so that will ramp up in 2012. There were a few branded generics which we were unable to launch for some internal reasons during 2011, and you will see about 5 or 6 branded generic launches from us. And then towards the end of the year, depending on regulatory approvals, we might launch Xgeva, which is the product for bone metastasis, which we have licensed in from Amgen.
If you could also give me a little ballpark figure, Hasid, in terms of what is it that you have earmarked for R&D spends in the future quarters to come?
Well, fortunately, being the subsidiary of a global pharma company, most of our R&D is actually done by the parent, and we are actually beneficiaries of that. So we do not keep aside too much of money for R&D spends in India, because this is done globally, and we are beneficiaries of that.
Anything you've earmarked for expansion of field force?
Last year saw a significant ramp up, so we added something like 700 people between 2010 and 2011. So this is a year where we would like to see consolidation, and we would like to see improvement in productivities of the people that we've already taken on board.
What about acquisitions? Are you looking at anything by way of companies or specific brands?
Yes, as we've said this before, we have some very specific objectives with respect to acquisitions, and we're not generally in the market shopping. And if we come across assets which are consistent with those objectives, we would be open to acquisitions. And I must add that such assets are not easy to come by at the moment.
But are they specific brands, geographies? Detail some, or give us some details on that front.
No, I mean, we are open. There could be brands, there could be companies. I think we are agnostic as far as that is concerned.
Also, what is it that you're looking for by way of, product launches from your parent? Are you looking at launching something in India or the domestic market?
Yes, so I mean, we have consistently launched products from our parent organization over the last few years. And as and when, we have something which has been approved by global regulatory and local regulatory, we will continue to launch those. So as I said, Xgeva is a brand which is licensed not just into India, but by GSK, by our parent organization, and that's a product which we hope to launch towards the end of 2012.
Are you also looking to monetize some land parcels that you're sitting on, because that indeed is a talk which is doing the rounds in market circles?
We are not sitting on any land parcels that I can think of. We have factories which are in operation, and they are sitting on land. But there's nothing concrete at the moment which I can share with you.